First, after the gecko is taken out from the courier, it basically looks like this. There is a tissue in the small box with a label. Then there is the gecko. The label will write the gecko scenes, the time when it hatched, the gender, and the incubation temperature. This is the basic information. Then we can first tear off the label, because the gecko is a seedling, and we recommend that the seedling needs a relatively small box in the new environment. If you use a large box at the beginning, it will not be used to it and will be more afraid. A small box might look like this, and it would be best if the lid could be folded open. Then we can stick the label to the box, or the lid, and then put some paper towels in the box. And then we spray some water around the box. Just a little spray is enough, because it may be thirsty during transportation and needs some water. We don't need to put a food bowl in it. Just spray a little water on it. Because the gecko is not big, it doesn't need too much water. That's it. Then I can use a small dish in some environments. We don't recommend using a very high food bowl. A very high food bowl may make it difficult for it to find food. We can find a larger diameter and relatively shorter one. After putting it in, we put calcium powder in it, and then open the gecko box directly. When feeding, when we pick up the gecko, try not to hold it too high, otherwise it will jump out and fall directly to the ground. We pick it up with our hands and put it in the small box, and it's basically done. It will eat calcium in that water, of course. The environment should not be too bright at the beginning. Try to put it in a slightly darker place. Then heat it up. We continue the whole bottom of the box on top, because if the temperature is too high, the gecko will have now here to hide and there will be some danger. So we will base it on the size of the box, no matter whether it is a small or large box. We will try to keep 1/3 or half of it will be heated, and the other half will not be heated. Then put the plate of food on the unheated area. If it is cold, it will go to the hot zone, which we divide into cold zone and hot zone. And then there is a thermostat, which is very necessary. It has a probe, and the probe can be placed inside the box. But it is more troublesome, because the hole is too wide, and if you put it directly in the lid of the box, it will definitely not fit. So we can just put it outside. The prerequisite for the outside is that it must be firmly glued. If it is not firmly glued, there will still be danger, because the holes are used to detect distribution. If it is not firmly glued, its temperature cannot be detected, and it will continue to heat up. Finally, we find a place to stick the box, and make sure it is firmly fixed so that it does not fall off. The temperature may be a little different. This completes the whole process, including raising them in winter, which is completely possible. Of course, if you have a very large aquarium, that is one that is as wide as 60 centimeters, it is best to change it when the individual is about 4 months old, because if it is too big, it will be bad for the growth of the gecko, and then the gecko should be left to rest. Then after 2 or 3 days, we start feeding. You can open it halfway or all of it, and then put the calcium powder and probiotics directly on the food dish. Just put 3 to 5 small insects, the gecko of this size cannot eat too much, so in order to control its food intake, we only put 5. Because the seedlings consume a lot of food and grow quickly, they consume a lot and eat a lot. However, we cannot eat more in quantity, but we can eat more times. Then it's basically done. Keep it like this. And if you want to change the box when it grows bigger, you can. Of course, it's also okay to keep it in a small box for a while. Then you can ask if you need any hiding place. Of course, it would be best if you have one. As for water, you can spray it once or twice a week. Just spray it on the surface of the box. When he is thirsty, he will drink. That's the situation.